Hello, Tenno. Welcome to the part 3 of Tauron Scholar's Guide to Superbosses. In this video, I will talk about the Apex tank, the tank you can fight in 1999 and how you can activate the secret boss and what kind of weaponry and builds you can use about it. First, I want to quickly talk about the profile picture rewards you can get from this. So, as similar with the other super bosses, if you clear this boss for the first time in Steel Path, the super secret boss, obviously the Apex tank, with Volt, Mag, Excalibur, Nyx, Trinity, and Saito 9, you will get their accolade glyphs. And what makes this glyph special, since it's a 1999 boss, you will get the hex members connected to the Warframes themselves. You don't have to use the Protoframe skins for the super boss, you just have to use the Warframe. Like the skins doesn't matter. If you use the Warframe itself, you will get the profile picture. Solo Steel Pad super boss. Now, to what do you get if you do the super boss in a team or solo for the first time? That will be the H09 Apex Turret Sumdali. This turret basically is a tank turret. This Sumdali looks different in every ship and every skin. And my favorite way to display it is either on the Lisset with Stalker skin or with Scout, because with Scout it actually gets attached to the side of the ship, which is pretty cool. Now, let's come to the builds. Now, when it comes to the Apex tank, the build for the Warframe is pretty similar. However, Aero Vantage, Vigilante Vigor, Fast Deflection, Adaptation, and Prime Sure-Footed, Rolling Guard, like all of these mods you see are staple. Addition of Arcanages and Nullifier, like you will need all of these because Prime Sure-Footed, because the boss has insane amount of knockdowns. The fast deflection Vigilante Warrior is necessary because of the amount of damage it always deals. Rolling Guard is a good extra safety net. Arcane Nullifier is because the silencing is even more prominent with this boss. And Aegis, shield gating. The Aura slot can be interchangeable based on the Warframe. The Aura mod doesn't change much. Like maybe if your Aura is universal, you can do aerodynamic, which gives you less damage when you're on the air, and you can combine that with aero vantage. But yeah, as I said, for the Apex tank, all of these mods are necessary. But as I mentioned many times, these super bosses are for cosmetic challenges. If you want to do that medallion challenge for the new Ensign bundle you can get from Road, or if you want to get those profile pictures for the each Warframe or the tank turret, go for it. It's a late game thing. But unfortunately, I think there's a bug with the Apex tank, which I will mention later on the live gameplay. The specific weaponry also has to happen. This time you have to even have a specific melee weapon. Our weapons are Latron Prime, Lex Prime, and Magistar. Necessary weapons to clear this boss the easiest way possible. Latron Prime is because it has an evolution where it removes armor based on like per puncture status, and this is the only way that you can armor strap the tank, which lets you deal damage to it faster. If you do not armor strap it, it's gonna take it a lot longer than it's supposed to. With the build of Latron, you can go both ways. You can make a primary acuity build, or you can go galvanized aptitude with galvanized. You can go galvanized chamber with galvanized scope as well, because primary acuity does work against the weak points, but it doesn't work against the Eximus unit it spawns. What I noticed from the gameplay, I did, and for some reason those Eximus units are tankier than usual. So something might have happened with the attenuation. I don't know. So like you can go either way. I wouldn't suggest primary acuity. I would suggest going galvanized chamber with semi-rifle cannonade, or not semi-rifle cannonade. You can go serration instead if you like your fire rate. Primary deadhead can work, but you can try primary blight or some other arcanes like maybe plated rounds for easy damage. So it is very interchangeable for Latron. Riven is a flex slot as usual. You do not need a ribbon. Ribbon is just flavor, but having a ribbon for this boss would actually be nice. Bladed rounds can be changed. Like I said, I wouldn't suggest this build. This is an old build. I forgot to rebuild this, but my suggestion is go for a multi-shot build with galvanized chamber, and then probably use serration instead of semi-rifle cannonade, so you will have a better time throughout the gameplay. Let's see. Let me go to Lex real quick. Lex Prime build's probably gonna stay the same. With Lex Prime, you will need primed steady hands because this weapon has an insane amount of recoil. Secondary fortifier is necessary because of the Eximus units, so you can kill them easily. But like I said, I think there's a bug with them because their attenuation is a bit too high. Like they're really hard to kill because they're usually supposed to be tankier, but you're supposed to still be able to kill them easily. Like, but for some reason, these Eximus units are way more tougher than they were used to. Um, the build is pistol accuracy, pistol pestilence, prime tank. Like these mods are necessary because Lex will be more focused on shooting the tank's second stage with the weak points. So getting that prime accuracy and then shooting the weak points should chunk it way easier. And if that doesn't work, we actually have a melee weapon this time for it, which is the Magistar with the Incarnon. All of these three weapons will have Incarnon. Magistar will have a slam build with seismic wave primed reach sacrificial steel, melee retaliation, so it's easy damage. You can go melee duplicate as well because it has a 100% critical chance, and since I'm not using blood rush, that critical chance will increase. So if you have a melee duplicate, you can use that as an arcane as well. This will be the Magistar build you will look at. Like I said, very late game, and Apex Tank is bugged a little bit, so you might as well want to skip on this boss until it gets fixed around a bit. For the Tenno school, Vazarin is a must, because if Rolling Guard is not enough, if Prime Sure-Footed and Shield Getting is not enough, you will use the Vazarin dash to keep yourself immortal. Sacrifice doesn't work again, because especially this boss deals insane amount of continuous damage, and it's probably gonna kill the Sentinels most of the time. Since On-Call Crew is bugged, I would not suggest doing this boss if you're in console, because On-Call Crew and Call Beacons help you a lot in the first stage, and if they kept alive, they can be insanely helpful in the second stage as well. Like this boss is a combination of high tank and high damage, so I would suggest even crafting some Cosmic Specters or Clam Clones, like get any help you can get, and do your 1999 calendars to give yourself power-ups for your specters and yourself, because they are really good power-ups you can get from the calendar. Now, which mission you gonna do to do the tank mission? I mean, it's kind of obvious, still pet, and there's a gigantic tank icon, Victory Plaza, and that's how the mission starts. So what you basically do is, let me skip to that. When you kill an enemy, those phone things drop, like they make a phone ringing sound. What you will do is you will grab that, and instead of going to the rocket launcher spawning thing, you will find this secret computer right here, go onto your drifter mode so you don't get shot at, and then you will do this puzzle. This puzzle cannot be solved by ciphers, so you will have to manually do this. Since these phones dropped a lot by the enemies, don't worry about like using one here, and if you fail it, the phone, like the charge you use, doesn't get consumed. You can try it again until you've done it. And I will be continuing right here. And as you can see, I got the first strike. When you get the second strike, the super boss will be active. Before you get the second strike, make sure to spawn your air sport call beacon, because air sport charges become disabled after you get the second strike. The boss will be, first stage will be silencing you, it will be shooting you, it will be spawning Eximus units that drop rocket launchers, so you can damage it after you defeat its weak points. But as you can see, this is where the problem starts. For some reason, the life leech, the red colored Eximus units heal the boss, and in a really high matter as well. And for some reason, when you get silenced, your Warframe gets forced to do a deflect animation with the melee, and that can also screw up your continuous like shooting, and like it literally feels like your weapon is being jammed whenever you're silenced. So these are the bugs I noticed. The boss gets healed a lot. The Eximus units spawned are really a lot too tanky compared to the other Eximus units you fight through the other super bosses, and the health leech Eximus units heal the boss really fast. And so I would say, I don't know if this is a bug or a feature. I don't know if the attenuation nerfs or this is like a balancing some sorts, but this boss became a lot more difficult than it was. So I will suggest skipping on this boss unless you're really interested in the hardest super boss challenge. So yeah, this boss is hard, buggy, and I wouldn't suggest doing this any time in the future. So if you somehow kill the Apex tank, good, congratulations, you now have an accolade profile picture. But yeah, something went wrong with this one, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I can show the second stage as well. At the second stage, this is what it becomes. You can shoot those weak points with legs. If legs or your weaponry doesn't work, you just bring up the Magistar and start slamming on it after you armor strip the boss with the Latron shots. And in the between rounds, it will spawn more Eximus units to help itself. But like I said, for some reason, these Eximus units are never dying. No matter how much you shoot them, no matter what you shoot them with. And I use the multi-shot build as well. Like, they weren't dying. Maybe only success I ever got killing these Eximus units is with Mag. So I guess the Mag is like the best Warframe, or Trinity. Mag and Trinity is your best shot killing these Eximus easily, because it deals like a lot of damage. But like I said, these health leech, the red Eximus units, has to be bugged. They heal a huge amount, like an unnecessary amount, and that wasn't happening before. So this will be the tutorial for the Apex tank. Unfortunately, the boss seems to be a bit clunky. So, like I said, use Mag, Trinity, use the builds I told you, or if you have a better strategy, you done it, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and I see you guys in the next video.